When people think about spirituality, one of the first things that come to mind is meditation. The second thing that comes to mind is prayer. Actually, it depends. If you come from a traditional spiritual background, which means a religious kind of background, prayer will be your go-to. If you come from a more new agey or alternative spiritual, Buddhist, Oriental, Zen, anything like that, meditation will be your go-to spiritual tool. Now, the difference between the two, I find it very entertaining that there is this kind of division where one part of spiritual people go to the prayer, the other part goes to the meditation, where it's obvious that you need both of them, especially when you're talking about creativity and creation. Prayer is talking to the universe. Meditation is listening to the universe. Creation is doing both of them at the same time. Creation has to be the result of this dialogue, the dialogue of talking and listening, of being part of the universe, of being part of the conversation, of being part of the relationship that you have with everything, with everyone, with yourself. Prayer is talking to the universe, either telling the universe what you want or thanking the universe for what you have. Maybe it's, I don't know, telling the universe what doubts you have, trying to communicate your feelings, trying to be part of the universe. Prayer is very important. I don't think that I do it enough. I don't know if you do it enough. A lot of people look down on prayer like it's a primitive thing. But basically it's just involving the universe in your life. Now you can change the word universe and say God or whatever you want. But in the end of the day, you are talking to everything. God is everything, the universe is everything, you are everything. Involving everything in your life seems to me like a very good idea. And if I want to be creative, if I want to create, involving everything in my creation seems like I have a most amazing partner in my work, in my creation, in everything that I do. It's very important to have good partners. And if you have the universe as a partner, that is amazing. But prayer is only one side. Usually, God doesn't talk back to you. The universe doesn't talk back to you. This is where meditation comes in. The reason that a lot of people don't like meditation is because you have to sit down and shut up. And a lot of people can't do it. It is very hard. I know a friend of mine used to complain. He's a very cerebral guy. He's a thinker. He's a very deep thinker. He thinks all the time. And he told me that it's impossible for him to stop thinking, to sit down and stop thinking. Now, nothing is impossible. Everything is a skill that can be learned. And if you don't stop talking, and thinking is just talking inside your head, if you don't stop talking, how do you expect to listen? If you don't stop talking, how do you expect to learn something new? How do you expect to get something new? How do you expect to be part of the conversation? Nobody wants a conversation when you're the only one talking. I'm doing these videos now, I am talking to you. You're listening to me. This is not a conversation. But in real life, in a conversation, you have to listen to the other side. This is where meditation comes in. Shut up and listen. The universe will tell you a lot of things. Maybe it will tell you these things in your own voice inside your head. But it is still the universe talking. It is still somebody talking. It is maybe a part of you, but a part of you that normally you don't let talk. So prayer is talking, meditation is listening, creation is taking this conversation and making something out of it, doing something, taking the results of this conversation and using it to produce something new, something intelligent, something original. Now, I use these tools a lot, meditation and prayer, because I like this conversation with the universe. I think that it helps my work. I think that it helps me. When you're talking to people, most of the time you know what they'll say, because people are predictable. Unless you really have some amazing partners for this conversation, and this is hard to find. When you talk to the universe, a lot of times you're surprised by the content of the conversation, the result of the conversation. And a lot of times you'll find that the conversation is not very pleasant, because suddenly you hear things that maybe you don't want to hear. You hear things that maybe you don't want to know, you don't want to understand. Of course, it's all in your head. It is you talking to yourself on some level. But we always lie to ourselves. We always cover the truth. We always try to be convenient, comfortable. We are cowards and we are lazy. Talking to the universe by prayer and meditation is talking to somebody who is not a coward and is not lazy. It could be a difficult conversation, but it helps. And when it comes to creating, when it comes to creativity, it is an amazing tool in your progress, in how you go on. It is an amazing tool in giving you the power to go on, the strength to go on. And we already talked about the fact that the world is a hard place, especially for creative people, especially for people who try to do something original, something good, something valuable, something of an added value, something extraordinary. So if you have the opportunity to use these tools, prayer, meditation, spirituality, in order to help your creativity, use them. Use them on a daily basis. Use them many times a day. Use them as you find fit. Trust me, it will help your life. It will help your creation. It will help your career.